Hello everybody, I am the Wheelhead Banger. Thank you for coming on to my channel. It's great to see you guys again, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are going to continue with my series where I talk about the 5 albums that really influenced me to become a musician, and I do a review on them. I know, as you remember last time, I did Orphan, Lonely and Night. Great album, but not quite heavy metal. But here's where my heavy metal roots come kicking right in. So here we go right now. It is from a band that really has influenced me as a bass player, especially. The band is Black Sabbath, and they really were influential with me to become a musician because of their power and their presence. Now, I grew up listening to the first Black Sabbath album thanks to my sister who gave it to me for my birthday one year. And that first album was Sabbath by Sabbath, but it wasn't until their third album, which is called Master of Reality, that really sort of sunk it in for me seriously. Songs like Sweet Leaf, Embryo, Children of the Grave, Solitude, and even Into the Void has just resonated with me musically. And it really came down to I wanted to have that power, and I wanted to play that power. I remember trying to learn Sweet Leaf and also NIB from the first album when I finally got down to it. Oh man, that was really something to go. Seemed simple enough, but no. It just the power of it, just learned. And then I learned that you had to do a little trick called tuning down. it just didn't occur to me, well, being a young guy who would know it. I would try it standard tuning. 440 standard tuning. What was I supposed to think? Anyway, it was really crazy. But this album, personally, not only influenced me, but it's one of my favorite albums of all time. Like this album, I play probably about as much as any other album combined. Its power, its complexity, just the fact that these 4 guys from Birmingham just love to play hard, driving, blues-based metal. And these guys were the epitome, well, actually, the godfathers of heavy metal, which none of us can ever dispute. I know a few people who think, oh, it's not Zeppelin, it's not Zeppelin. They were the precursor. They were sort of like the pre-metal. Like, they were great, but they were, at its most base, they were actually a blues band. Straight out. Sabbath took the blues and changed it. Changed it to do heavy, deep, melodic, and just out, balls out heavier than anybody was doing. And this band just has gone on to be the guiding force, the guiding light, where all other metal bands sort of look up to them and go, how do we do that? We gotta learn from them. And that happened to me too. I got lucky. I got to see them years ago. Once with Ozzy, great. Couple times with Ronnie James Dio, and I even got a chance to see him with Gillan on the Born Again tour. And that was interesting, but it was so good. But I guess Black Sabbath, for me, has become the epitome of how to become a musician, because they don't know how to write a nice song, interesting lyrics, and sort of go against the grain, so to speak. But the fact of the matter is, they are just some of the best musicians around. It's sad that they are gone now, that they've retired the Sabbath name. And I, for one, hope that they go, wait a second, we can do it again. But with Ozzy's ongoing health problems, Bill Ward's sort of not really in the music scene, and both Geezer Butler and Tony Iommi are doing their own thing. I don't think it'll ever happen again, but we didn't think they would do it in the first place. And look at they put out 13, which is not quite up to the par of the early stuff, but it's still very good. So, with this album, it should be noted that the how you play it is how you end up processing it. It's one of those albums where it's not just that you play the notes, but you process learn how to do the emotion, the feel, the heaviness even. And it's one of those bands that they're way up here and everybody else is trying to catch up and they're just not doing it. Metallica nearly did. Same with stuff like Judas Priest and all them who are the compadres. But Black Sabbath is and always will be the godfathers of metal. Now, Judas Priest are the fathers of metal too, because they took the originators and they made it all their own. They made it very good too. Like, those dudes should be smoking a very big reference. So, for that, I would, if I had to give it a rating from 1 to 10, being 1 is total garbage, would get released to 10, amazing, awesome, outstanding. Yes, I would give it a 10. If I could give it 11, which it's my channel, I'm going to do, so 11 out of 10. It is still one of the best albums for anybody learning metal or just appreciates metal. They're not for everybody, but they are the greatest band that's ever been. And as you can tell by my shirt, yes, I believe that. So, there you have it. That is my review of the Black Sabbath Born Again album, released in 1971. And yes, I wasn't very old then either, but I got to hear it in the 80s, just into the 80s, thanks to my sister turning me on in the first place. So, if you like this type of comment, please leave a comment below. Please subscribe, and please share if you can. And if you've got any comments, like anything at all, it helps me learn. Like, I'm a big noob at this, but I need people's help just to sort of keep me on the straight and narrow. I know I get rambly, I know that, but you know what? It's my channel. And I get to ramble on the stuff that really excites me, really interests me, really makes me want to just share it with everybody. So until next time, this is the Wheel Headbanger saying thank you and keep on rockin'.